Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 7th of June. Thanks for joining me. I'm using the fairy tarot cards for today's reading. Let's have a look at what the cards want you to be aware of, and look at this lovely silver here. Really pretty. It's these little details that make it for me. I like shiny, sparkly, colorful things. So these readings are for all signs of the zodiac. They're for everybody who watches. What I do is I ask the cards, what is the day going to be about? What's Friday the 7th of June going to be like for all of us? And the cards then give a very specific response. Obviously, there are a few of us watching this reading, and it's going to manifest itself in different ways for each of us. So let's have a look at what the cards have in store for today. If you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button. 8 of Spring, the 6 of Summer, and the 4 of Summer. Lovely. So that kind of matches the reality of where we are in the Northern Hemisphere here. The 8 of Spring says that stress comes from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. So there's a lot going on, quick pace, and in the card itself we've got this fairy and the dandelions there, which are so great when you pick these up and you blow on them and all the little seeds fly off. That's magical in itself. So instead of trying to multitask all of these flighty, very delicate things, enjoy each one. You can successfully multitask, but if you're juggling 8 things at once and sudden events or changes appear, it's going to be a lot more stressful than if you're focusing on 2 things. So take your time, even though you have a lot of things happening at once. Keep the focus on your priorities and prioritize, and make sure that you don't juggle too many things at once, and that you only do as much as you can, and that you give yourself a break. You know, some of us, we expect ourselves to just be Superman and Superwoman and to be able to do everything. Some days you've just got to say, you know, I did what I could. I did enough. This is what I was able to do, and that's okay. I didn't get everything done that I wanted to, but that's fine. I'm not going to give myself a hard time over it. So don't stress out. Stress is really underrated in the sense of how much harm it can cause in the body. The mind-body connection is really, really strong, and it's really powerful. And when you're stressed, you're just spread too thinly, and you're being pulled in lots of different directions, and you can't really focus on anything. The only people I know who are very, very good at multitasking are Geminis, because they enjoy working with lots of different information at once. But most of us, the rest of us, we have to try and keep things simple. That's a way you can reduce the stress. You can multitask, and when things change that you have to go with, then, like I said, if you're juggling 2 things, that's better than 8. The 6 of Summer, 2 beautiful kind of fairy friends there. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from the past, from your past. Remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. That's interesting, because some of us, we brush our childhoods with this black paint, and it's just generalized, and we forget about all the wonderful things that happened, or certain things like university. those 3 years, we generalize, and if there was something negative, then the whole 3 years were just rubbish and we just trashed them. And there were amazing times for everyone. I mean, 3 years is a long time. So someone may come back into your life, and that's the sudden event and change. And that person may be a romantic partner. The Six of Summer is really about soulmate connection, a really genuine connection. Because they're depicted as children, it's connecting with your inner child and someone else's inner child, which is a symbol of connecting on a really truthful, genuine level. So with this reminder coming in, either via a person or an event that forces you to look at the past, you're able to revisit those things and you're able to change your perspective. And that's really important. That's really something that will enrich you, because if, like, again, the university example, if you have tarnished that whole experience with a black paintbrush, then going back and remembering the parties you went to and your first amazing kiss that you had, or someone telling you you were beautiful that you've just forgotten about and thrown out with all the negative stuff, then regaining those things is a real treasure. I feel that our memories are important, and especially the positives and the negatives, and having some balance there, because when something happens in the here and now, when you have your past lined up properly, you can say, I've been in this situation before, I can deal with it. I have experienced the opposite of this, so this is okay. It's bringing balance into my life. And it really empowers you in the here and now if you show up with all your memories intact and really looking at the past the way it was. I thought it said balance in here somewhere. Where did that come from? Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently in a better or worse light than they really occurred. Okay, that's where the balance is. So better or worse, you start to see things clearly for what they truly are. Someone or something good or bad may come back into your life. That's the sudden event. You have to deal with it. It's something that will affect you. And if you're not running around doing everything, then at least you have the time to be present and to deal with it in a proper way. There's a very uncomfortable feeling when you're, let's say you're a waiter or you're a waitress and you're running around serving people, and suddenly you get a phone call and it's your parent on the phone saying something terrible has happened at home. And you're like, yes, I can't speak now. I'm in the middle of a service. I'll have to speak to you later. And then those hours between that phone call and actually going home and finding out what happened, that's awful. So give yourself the time to have those couple of minutes to discuss what is going on with someone else and save yourself that dread feeling inside. Because that's not honoring yourself. That's putting other people's needs before your own. So don't do that. The Four of Summer, being distracted and family and failing to see a magical opportunity. Taking someone or something for granted. Discontentment with life. So that's exactly what's happening here. You're so busy that you don't have the time to really appreciate the return of a romance or a better view of your past, because you're busy running around and serving others. And here we've got this beautiful queen and this little Cupid cherub angel kind of begging her, well, look at me, give me some attention, pick me up and tell me that you love me. And she's so distracted, she's not seeing that. And she could have such an amazing connection there. So It's a day for the past to reappear. It's likely that a past love reappears. It's also really likely that you're super, super busy and you have a decision to make. Either you run around and get everything sorted out, or you say, I can only do so much. And this is from my past, and I value that. And I'm going to take time to not be distracted, and I'm going to make the time to see this magical opportunity so I can grasp it. So let's say an old flame comes into your life, and it didn't work out because you went to different colleges, universities, but there was real love there. So if you have that opportunity today to reconnect, then don't take that for granted. Don't be distracted by the discontentment of what you're doing. See what's being presented to you, because it's a genuine soulmate connection, possibly. Love is in the air. Magic is in the air. And falling in love with yourself and your past is also something that's so valuable. So it's important to put yourself first. Yeah, because if you're in a better place, if you enrich yourself by grasping great opportunities and bringing magic into your life, you're going to be able to serve people much more, rather than kind of spreading yourself so thinly that you're barely present in each situation. That's no good either. I mean, we've all felt that. You go to a hospital and you sit down and you've been waiting for 2 hours and the doctor calls you in and they don't even look at you. They just say, what's the problem? What's your name? And they don't even make eye contact because they're that busy and that they've got so much going on, and you just feel like a number. You feel like, God, I've been waiting 2 hours and they're not even paying attention to me. It's not that they're missing a magical opportunity to heal me, but it's like, come on, at least grant me your presence. And I think that's what the cards are saying today. Be present. And that's something that's quite easy to do. If you give yourself a bit of a nudge, just be present in the moment, be present in the things that you're doing, and don't zone out and miss things like that. I mean, that's just heartbreaking. 8 and 6 is 14, and 4 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9, and 9 is spirituality and completion. So this is a godsend. The thing that's coming into your life is destined for you. This is your higher power bringing something into your life that's really a present, a gift. And you'll miss it if you're too busy. Easy peasy. Just pay attention, be present, be mindful, and get ready to receive something really positive. And amend the past or amend the future by really claiming something wonderful today. Have a fabulous Friday. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my readings. And the way I just combine the numbers with the cards, I combine all 3 divination systems in my personal readings. And they allow me to answer all of your questions and to find out every little thing about you. It's really amazing. So if you have any questions that you would like answered, then please do get in touch with me via the website. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.